Cuffs are off, man. Get right. Too many left in these leagues, but I ain't gonna...
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here.
What's up everybody? It's Marcus Grant from NFL Network.
This is AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers.
I got to give a shout out to y'all at Get Right Fantasy.
If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You want to lose your league?
Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network.
You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
Best of luck with your podcast. Appreciate the support.
And you're tuned in to watch my boys at Get Right Fantasy Network. Get you right. Enjoy the show.
Marking often, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves up, yeah, go and roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down, cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right, cause I roll my sleeves up.
What up? What up? What up, world? We are back. I'm Anthony, aka Rasta. This is Get Right Fantasy Network, and I'm here again solo tonight, but that's okay because my boy Classic Mike is getting into a new house, man. Got a new digs going on, so congratulations to him and the missus over there. Maybe Frank might jump in on us here. He's been known to do that, so we'll see what happens. Shout out to Dustin, of course, as well too, man. Maybe he'll make it on here soon. But we're here for you, man. It's Friday night, man. Home of the Friday Night Mocks. I hope your sleeves are rolled up, and we're going to do this thing here tonight, man. We have the round 2 of the semifinal round of our mock draft tournament. So this is a lot of fun, man. We got the top 3 drafters from all 4 drafts or mocks that were going on this week. So they're all here to compete with the top 12 for this week to try to earn their spot into the finale on September 1st, where they have their chance to win $50 cash. So if you are interested in getting in this mock draft tournament, I'll definitely explain it here as we go along. But make sure you get in the description there. There's a link to the lobbies. Week 3 is open. So make sure you grab a spot in there. It doesn't cost anything, but you have a chance to win some real cash over here with us. And more importantly, get some good quality mocks to get you ready for your real drafts coming up here soon. If not, you've probably had some already or have some going on. So just let me know what you guys got going on here in the comments, man. We appreciate it. We got Jessel in the house saying the 5-time champ is here. We got Wilson, ambassador extraordinaire, in the house, man. What's up, Wilson? Saying what up, my guys. We got Drunk Squidward in the house, man. So again, just big shout out to everybody out there. So like I said, I'll get this mock draft tournament explained. It's kind of something we started 3 years ago, just to try to give another spin on these mock drafts. So we try to make it, we're all competitive here. So we want to kind of mix it up and do have a nice little twist when it comes to these mock drafts here. It just gets away good competitive mocks in there, and it's just a lot of fun. That's the whole point of this whole thing. So we hope you guys are enjoying it. I know the guys are waiting in here, so we'll get this thing started. If you guys have any questions, anything going on, definitely drop it in the chat. I'm here to answer any questions that you guys have. So definitely get those coming. Those are always fun. But before we do, of course, I have to let you know about our sponsor, UnderdogFantasy.com. If you don't know already, it's a best ball platform. If you don't know what best ball is, it's basically you draft a team, no waivers, no trades. You don't set the lineup. It does it all for you, your optimal lineup every week. So it's just a lot of fun. Just go sign up, check it out. Use that promo code Get Right when you do, and you'll get that 100% match when you make that first deposit. For as little as $10 or all the way up to $100, you'll get 2 times your money. So they don't even have just NFL. They have a bunch of other sports, baseball, basketball, golf, NASCAR. So just go check it out. Unfortunately, there's a couple states there that it's not available in, so you guys can pause that and check it out there. But for the most part, you can get in there, have a lot of fun with their pick'ems. Make sure you check out that Best Ball Mania 4. $25 entry, man, to get your chance to win $3 million. Second place is $2 million, and third place is $1 million. So they're making 3 millionaires. And they even have the Chihuahua going on right now, which is only a $4 entry for a first place prize of $25,000. So I advise starting off on those little ones. Those are really fun. And you can even just do regular 12-person leagues too. So make sure you get in there, check it out, and again, use that promo code Get Right when you sign up. So without any further ado, man, I know these guys are in here waiting, so we appreciate it. Hopefully everyone got right. We got the guys going here. So let me let them know that we're going to get starting here. We already randomized the draft order as we do 3 times. So let me get this draft board in here. So shout out to JWN here in the 101, Josiah in the 102. You got Awesome Eckler in the 103. You got Flag RJ here in the 104. You got Jessel here who was in the chat in the 105. You got your boy Martin over at Dynasty Pylon here at the 106. You have Hamaturo, if I'm saying that right, here in the 107. You got Luke here in the 108, Swanky in the 109. You got your boy Mark over here, also from Dynasty Pylon in here, HTTR for life. You got TY Smooth in here, and then Mr. Midnight 29 to round it out at the 12. So good luck to you guys, man. Hopefully you guys have a great draft. A lot of it comes down to just kind of your position, but it's going to be a tight group. So we'll see. So let's get it started, man. So if you guys are watching, I see everybody's green dots in here. We're going to get this thing started. Turn that sound off. I apologize for that. But here we go, man. So let's see. So we got Classic Mike in here. I thought I turned that sound off already. Hopefully we got it here. All right. You guys let me know if the sound's on your end. But Classic Mike checking in here saying holding down. Yeah, trying to, man. You got a lot going on here, but we'll see what's up. We got Martin again over here in here saying what's up. Let's see. Got Wilson here hinting towards a nice special guest next Friday, so you guys definitely going to want to tune in for that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And who else we got here? Everyone's just chatting. We're checking it out. So yeah, man. You guys, again, any questions, anything you guys got going on, you let me know. Otherwise, we'll check this mock draft out. So let me go ahead while they get the first round going here. I'll explain to you guys basically kind of what this whole mock draft tournament is. So like I was saying earlier, we thought of this 3 years ago, just a way to bring a little more competition to mock drafting here, just to kind of, by that time between mock drafting and your regular, your actual drafts that you have coming up. So basically what we do is we run 4 mocks during the week, 1 on each night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then the 4 of us here at Get Right, we rank the teams based on, our preferred player rankings, the roster construction, and just kind of the big overall idea is if it was an orphan league and I had first pick of all the teams, which team am I, going to take into the season? And then if that one's picked, which is the next one, and so on and so forth. So we actually come up with our top 6. The first place team gets 6 points, second place team gets 5, so on and so forth. And so basically, we all rank the teams, and whoever has the highest score, the top 3, they move on to this Friday night semifinal. So basically, out of 48 different drafters every week, we're taking the top 12 of all 48 and putting them in one mock here on Friday to kind of see who's the best of the best. And so we're going to do one of those and basically repeat that process for all 4 of these Friday night semifinals and come up with an actual final finale, which is going to be September 1st. And that's going to be an actual best ball league set to the Underdog settings. Make sure you use that promo code GetRight. But it's going to be basically a best ball league, so you don't have to worry about, another managed league. And we're actually going to play it out and let it roll. We'll do a full 18 rounds. And then the winner is going to take home $50 cash. So I know that was probably a lot to take in. But if you do have any questions about it, you guys let me know. Get in that description if you want to get in this, if you're watching and you haven't been in a mock draft tournament. I don't know anyone else that's doing it except for us here. So we'll see, we'll see what happens if this ends up kind of catching on. So it's just, again, a lot of fun, a fun little twist to put here on the mock draft. So we'll get into some news and notes here around the league too. Obviously, we had a lot of, football kind of going on here yesterday and today. So that's been a lot of fun just watching kind of football starting to come back. As of today, basically here, August 11th, I know in the last video I said October for some reason. I guess I got excited. But it's October 11th. That means just 26 more days until we kick off Thursday night with the Lions at the Chiefs, September 7th. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I really can't wait to get that done. So what else do we have? Let's check out the draft. So, um, basically starts off here. We're doing a one quarterback, two running back, three wide receiver, one tight end, one flex, and then we're just doing 6 bench spots here. But there will be more bench spots in the best ball draft. But this is basically based off redraft. So we have Justin Jefferson here, half point PPR, going at the 101. You get Jamar Chase 102, Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler to follow. Interesting that Awesome Eckler passed on Eckler and went McCaffrey. So that's pretty cool. You got Jessel here grabbing Cooper Cup. He's not worried about the injury here with at the 105. You get Martin here going with Tyreek Hill at the 106. Travis Kelce goes 107, followed by Bijan as the RB3 off the board here at the 108. Swinky takes Saquon 109. You get Steph Diggs here to mark at the 110. Then you get Nick Chubb creeping up into this first round here at the 111. On the turn, Mr. Midnight goes Adams and Josh Jacobs. So, that's, I don't want to say a reach on Jacobs, but I've seen Jacobs fall into the third. So we'll see how that, comes along. You get T.Y. Smooth here at the 111, going Nick Chubb, A.J. Brown at the gate. So definitely like that start. Most of these are going to have pretty good, first 3 or 4 picks. It's really kind of when you get in that mid range is what really starts separating the team. So, Swanky here again, Barkley Lamb. That's a nice pairing. Bijan Amon Ra. I like that. Kelsey Garrett Wilson, here to Hamid Toro. Martin goes Hill and Derrick Henry. Jessel with Cup and Waddle. Eckler and Olave. CMC Taylor, Chase Andrews. A little early for Andrews there, Josiah. I've seen him fall in the late third, early fourth. But I guess if you're looking to grab that guy, that's a good spot to do it. You're definitely going to get it there. So we'll see. Ramondre Stevenson, Najee Harris. A little early for Najee, but we'll see how that happens. That offense looked pretty good today. So not a bad turn there. Josiah gets Mahomes here at the 302. Josh Allen follows. Then you get Devonta Smith, Jahmyr Gibbs, and then now we're finally even here with Martin on the clock, seeing who he's going to add to Henry. So does he go with Jalen Hurts here? I would potentially consider that. Wide receivers he's deciding from are Higgins, Metcalf, Debo, and he decides to pull the trigger here on Higgins. Harmaturo, running backs that are available, Brees, which is a question mark here with us. We're not real big on him here. At least especially as your RB1 or RB2, I should say. We like him more as an RB3. Got ETN still on the board here. He decides to go Ridley, so not a bad pick there. DK Metcalf to the Barkley Lamb team to Swanky, and now Mark's on the clock. Looking at Debo, Keenan Allen, and Cooper, along with D-Hop as far as receivers, or maybe he pulls the trigger here on Hall or ETN, and then maybe even Mixon I've been seeing creep in that round. So he goes ETN. So T.Y. moves here. I'd say he goes Brees Hall here as his RB2. We'll see how that goes. So let's see. Just want to check on the chat here. It's hard when you're doing this all here by yourself, but I don't mind. No range for Classic Mike. What's up, Ron? We got Ron in the house. How's it going? Andrew Miller. I don't know how to get it. All right. So is the noise still happening? That's not good. On my side, it says it's off. Let me see. How about that? Sorry, guys. See, that's why it's better to have someone else here. So hopefully we didn't lose all the audience here when that was going on. But there we go. All right, so he's saying it's there. So hopefully it's fixed now. Let me know if we're good. All right, so Classic saying we're good. You're probably texting me. I'm sure you were, but yeah, he's saying the sound was on. Good looking out though, man. I appreciate you guys. All right, man. So while they're doing that, we'll get caught up with that. Let's get some of the news and notes right here. So week 2 underway in the preseason here. We had the Texans Patriots play yesterday. That everyone's buzzing about that Tank Dell catch. So that was pretty cool. CJ Stroud comes out with that bad interception. Singletary looked decent to me in that one. And on the other side of the ball, T.Y. Thornton had that nice catch. Otherwise, that's that's pretty much all I got really out of those games. Were those things there? Vikings Seahawks. Addison looked pretty decent. Had a couple plays there. Otherwise, they didn't really play too many people. In that one, so I didn't really tune into that one as much. But yeah, so bunch of games going on. Broncos Cardinals. Kind of talking about it in the chat. Broncos look pretty terrible out of the gate here. Washington didn't look bad, so that was pretty cool. Uh-huh. So yeah, so Ron say no, thank God for the sound being off now. So there we go. Preseason games going on too. Football is back. Absolutely. Jason looked good for the first half as well too. That's right. Jason was in there. He looked pretty good as well. So we got Broke Out in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? So what else we have here? Other news, injuries around the league. Devontae Adams left practice today early due to a right leg injury. He walked off after going and checking with trainers, walked to the locker room. They said it's not that serious, I believe. Coach came out and said so. Well, something to monitor. Keep our eye on it. But either way, I'm excited to see Patrick Mahomes, man, this Sunday. Chiefs at Saints. Andy Reid says they're going to get Mahomes, and most of the starters should play about a quarter or so on Sunday. Everybody basically, but Tony and Pacheco, who will not be suiting up, but they are expected to be or be ready to go by week 1. You had the Raiders signing Damian Williams, who last played really with the Falcons, got hurt. Cordell Patterson kind of went off, and that was kind of all you wrote with him. So most likely camp depth. I don't know what this says really about Josh Jacobs. I still think he's going to be playing. I mean, I don't think he can really do it, but we'll see. We'll see how it ends up actually turning out. We got Randy in the house. What's up, Randy? He's saying, are you confident in Adams? I would say yes for the most part. Like, I mean, we were drafting Debo, and I think Adams probably more talented, obviously, right, than Debo, and he was a factor with Jimmy G. Granted, there was rushing and stuff involved, but I think it could, it could be worse. But I'm still taking him about where he's going in that 1-2 turn, maybe mid second if he falls. Definitely late second. I'm for sure taking him. So, I drafted him last year. I was pretty happy with them when everyone was worried about him and Carr. And also why you shouldn't be, really down on Olave either. So, I think they'll be fine, man. What else we had here? You got, it is pretty painful to watch, man. I agree with you there, Ron. It was nice actually that Washington game. They're actually playing their starters. So Washington and was it Cleveland? So Deshaun actually looked halfway decent. I don't know why he's running so much in the preseason. I would have yanked him out of there too. But I don't know if that was a design RPO or what. But they should have told him he should definitely give the ball. No reason to 200 and something million guaranteed to be out there in the preseason, almost getting hurt. But as far as his throws go, he looked decent. Looks like he has some rushing upside. Kind of sucks. I wish he kind of almost was a little more rusty so he can keep that ADP. But if he keeps putting up performances like that, I think he's one of those guys that are going to start flying up the draft board as far as ADP goes as we get closer to the start. Classic saying Miles Gaskin had a night. Yeah, that Miles Gaskin drunk. So I have to go back and watch it. I was prepping here for the show. I didn't see him doing anything early on when I was first watching that game, but maybe he balled out once the third and fourth stringers came along. What's up, Albert? How's it going? Appreciate you coming in, checking it out. We got, Ron saying a long time. So they're talking it out there. Randy agrees. Love Olave, right there with you. So there we go. And yeah, John Dotson. This guy's good, man. This is why I've been telling you guys I'm passing on Scary Terry. Not because I don't believe in Terry. I just believe in Dotson, man, and I'd rather get him so much later. Probably not going to get the value that we've been getting him, in these mocks if he, keeps showing up like that. So hopefully they just put him in bubble wrap, and throw to some other guys. And Dotson's just that dude. So always been a favorite of mine, and classics agree in there, Lobby and Dotson. So if you've been following the channel, man, you've been seeing we've been all over this, man. With Dotson, not like he's a sleeper or anything. I mean, a lot of people are on him, but it was just nice to see it kind of come to fruition, even with Sam Howell, who is showing some of that rushing upside tonight, and had a nice drive. So yeah, there you go. Carl from Jersey, Ron saying he lives in Jersey. Maybe you guys might hang out. So there you go. But saying what's up, everyone. A couple weeks ago, man, we're excited. 27 days from actual NFL football, actual points going on your actual team, man. So I can't wait to start just checking my scores, seeing where I'm at. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm very, very much excited to do that. So what else we got in here? And he said Andy is bald. Let's see. Yeah, Randy said Pickens had a TD. So yeah, that looked pretty nice over there. Pickett to Pickens wasn't a bad connection. They seem to move the ball. Nice rollout throw to Deontay Johnson. He's gonna get targets. So maybe I might come around here on Pickens. But again, I try not to get too swayed by preseason, but there's definitely some good to see there. So let's see. Yeah, Randy said he's excited for players to drop 25 on our bench. So yeah, that does happen, man. I hate when that happens. Things happen sometimes, man. Things just happen. So got to roll with the punches sometimes. Well said. I know my camera's down. I'm trying to get it back up here, but we'll see what happens. If not, as long as you guys can still hear me, we should be good. So let's see. 3 games. Kamara will be back. So did Jessel just take Kamara off the board? Let's check it out here. So he took him as RB2. So I prefer to have him RB3. I mean, I think I'd take Demont there. I prefer him as my RB3. But I mean, like you said, it's just 3 games. He'll be back. So I don't hate it. It's just, we were getting him later. But this is probably where he's going to start going. So either way. Holy cow, man. Dim Boys is back. What up, Dim Boys? He said it's been a while, but he's back. I'm back. Cam Newton in the house. What's up, Dim Boys, man? Glad to have you catching the stream, brother. Hope you're doing good. Again, we've missed you here, but we're trying to chug along, man. We got to get you. We still got a couple weeks left, man. We got to get you in one of these mocks. So you can get your chance here in the tourney. So we'll see what happens, man. All right. So where did we kind of leave off here on this draft? I'll kind of go through the teams just kind of one by one and see where they're at. So we'll start. Let's start in the back half. So we're going to start here with Team 7, Hamataro. Correct me if I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but either way, it's all good. Justin was saying he doesn't think Kamara would have made it back. So yeah, I don't think so. Classic saying, holy shit, the OG is back. What up, Dim Boys? He was like literally our like 10th subscriber, and like the first 7 were like all 4 of us and like a couple like friends and family and my kids and stuff. So yeah, I know I'm still frozen. I'm still working on that, but I'm glad you're saying you can still hear me. So at least that's good. At least I'm not making like a crazy face or anything. So I'm not too worried about it. What else we got going on? He said he was going to take Monty, but he's been falling to mid 7th, so he rolled the dice, but Monty ended up going right after. But that would have been a nice stack there, and I don't hate what you did there, getting James Cook as your RB3 there. So we'll see what happens. You're kind of hitting that. I would have probably liked that Dotson pick there a little more. So that's why I think if you would have went Demont and Dotson versus Kamara and Cook. Why don't you guys in the chat? You guys let me know. Would you rather have Kamara and Cook or David Montgomery and Jahan Dotson. What would you guys like there? So yeah, but you got to roll the dice, man. So there you go. Oh snap, we got Neanderthal in the house. What's up? What up? What up? Hopefully we can get you in here, man. Check the link in the description, man. We got the mock draft tournament going on. The link to get into the lobby is there. If you're having any problems, just DM me. Make sure you guys go in there, man. We got spots open next week. So you can win your chance here to the semifinal round. So there we go. Classic Mike saying Money and Dotson. Demboy saying Dotson and Money. We even got Carl from Jersey saying Money and Dotson. So see, even Ron saying it too. So that's it's tough. Like you said, you're trying to roll the dice, but he's saying I think the wide receiver is still available in the 8th. Made him go running back there instead. So we'll see how you pull it together. It could turn out, well. You went, wide receiver heavy on top with Cup, Waddle, and Hopkins, and then Jahmyr Gibbs is your RB1. Kamara can sneak in possibly and be that RB1. And maybe Cook, he's part of a good offense. It's just it's a little tough. I mean, I like the wide receivers, love the quarterback. You got that last guy on that tier there. So I mean, we'll see how it turns out. So not bad. But I think I would just prefer Monty and Dotson there. I'd rather have that fourth wide receiver, but we'll see who he gets. So he's saying he's just, and that's yeah, and I respect that. If you're not high on Dotson, you don't have to be. I like that. He wants to shore up his RB2. So yeah, so some people just treat their wide receiver 3 like their RB2 position, which if you think of it that way, it's not that bad of a trade-off, right? You still have that flex spot, so still not a bad build at all. Since we kind of went with Jessel's team there, we'll jump over to Martin's team right next to it at the 106. He goes Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, T. Higgins, Aaron Jones, double taps running back there and grabs J.K. Dobbins in the 5th. Gets Tyler Lockett, steal there in the 6th as his wide receiver 3. Then he goes Swift. Again, I maybe would have preferred Dotson there too, but maybe he's not a big Dotson guy. He still had Pickens, Burks, Gabe Davis, those kind of wide receivers available. I'd rather take my wide receiver 4 before my running back 4. But I mean, those running backs are going to dry up, but I just feel like I can find a little more value late. But grabs Zay Flowers, not a bad pick there either here in the 8th. So not a bad start. We'll get to Armaturo's team here. Kelsey Wilson goes Jalen Hurts, gets McLaurin and Godwin. So not a bad wide receiver room. Has Travis Kelsey there, elite top 3 quarterback there, potential quarterback 1. Obviously, with that type of build, getting your quarterback and Kelsey and 3 wide receivers before you take your first running back ends up with Akers, who could be a potential bell cow 3-down back. They're granted not on a great offense. And then you have the inverse side, the guy who maybe he gets worked in the pass game here with Pacheco, but should get a lot of the rushing, opportunities on a great offense. And then gets Rashad Penny, which I think is a nice pick for that build. Well done. Keep it up. Maybe not my favorite, but I could see the upside with it there. Let me check the chat here. Sorry for leaving the stuff on there. So just was saying he thinks Elijah Moore and Dotson will be relative, not a huge difference between them. So again, he ends up getting Moore around later versus going Dobson there, and again feels a little more comfortable with his running backs. Especially with Gibbs as your RB1. Not quite sure how that maybe goes. And again, now that I see that too, I didn't realize Gibbs, you wouldn't go Monty and Gibbs on the same team. So I do stand corrected there. So yeah, in hindsight there, you did make the right call, I think, but I think in a vacuum, I'd rather have those other 2. But it is what it is. That's why I haven't really drafted a lot of Gibbs, just because I do like getting Demont later. So that's probably why I didn't even realize that was there. So I apologize. Oh, he said he definitely will go Monty and Gibbs. So he loves Monty. Okay, fair enough. All right, there we go. All right, so where are we at? Let's go to Luke here, who should be on his pick by the time we get through his team. We got Bijan Robinson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Calvin Ridley, gets his RB2 at Mixon, gets that high rushing upside QB, and Justin Fields. Grabs George Kittle here, dealing with that adductor strain right now. He's going to be out for a week. Gets Dotson, who's been the man of the last couple minutes here. And then goes Brandon Cooks with his wide receiver 4. Probably looking to go running back here, I would think, or maybe grabs another wide receiver here. So we'll see what Luke ends up doing. Who do we have available? You're looking at wide receivers Mike Thomas, Jamison Williams, Rashad Bateman. Then you kind of hit that tier of Alan Lazard, Odell, Thielen, Myers. As far as running backs go, you're getting Jamal Williams, Damian Harris, Elijah Mitchell. I'm probably going Bateman at this. Oh, he goes Bateman. No, he goes Devon A-Chain. Swanky goes Bateman. Not bad. So let's see that team. Not bad at all. All right. So A-Chain, Bateman, Lazard, and then Deshaun Watson. Even after the showing today, still getting him in the 9th round here after Tua. You got Mr. Midnight here on the turn, who just took Pitts, grabbed Dalvin Cook as his RB3, Mike Williams, Debo, and Devontae Adams as his wide receiver room. Has Lamar Jackson there with Jacobs and Madison, and he goes Beckham to stack with Lamar. And who else is he going to take here on the turn? We shall see. Ooh, 10 seconds. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Carl says it will be interesting to see if Bijan actually returns first round numbers this year. I think it has all the potential in the world to do so. We've seen guys like Barkley, come out their rookie year and just completely dominate. Brees was on track to do that as well, even without playing in the first half of the year. So I definitely think it's possible, especially in that offense. However, I believe I have him ranked as like my RB 4 or 5. I try to be a little different, I try to be a little different. I don't know if I'm just trying to be different or that's how I truly think. But I'm definitely of the, I kind of want to see it a little bit first. Yeah, so I have him as my RB5. So I have Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Nick Chubb, Saquon, and then Bijan, followed by Derrick Henry, just because of the O-line situations there. But yeah, so that's my order. My top 6 running backs: McCaffrey, Eckler, Chubb, Barkley, Bijan, and Derrick Henry in half PPR. So that's where I'm at. I'm sure I had yeah, Ron said I'm definitely. I try to be, man. I mean, who just wants the same old take? You just go on our website and print out a ADP list. I want to give you some different takes here. Be a little different. He said OBJ's old broke down joke. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't have any shares of him this year, in best ball or any other type of league. So I'll probably have 0%. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I won't hate it. Good for him. All right. So where were we at? So he goes Beckham Thomas. So grabs 2 older guys here on the turn. We'll see what happens with that. During this, this part of the draft is where I'm trying to look for, some potential lotto tickets. I mean, I guess you could say they are. Just a little too much draft capital for me, but it is getting, rough in there. But I would definitely prefer like a Rashee Rice. Just again being attached to Mahomes, but again he's a rookie. In that Kansas City offense, we know the whole history between that and Andy Reid's offense, but I don't know. He's what 6'3". What is he? 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", 200 pounds. They haven't really had a guy like that in a while. He's been filling in for Kadarius Toney lately. as Tony's recovering from that surgery. But I just think he has a chance to do something there. Just Mahomes is that good to be able to take just random guys and make them elite. So we'll see what happens. Um, Ron said you got to be crazy to take Ridley so early. I've been seeing him go basically like in the third ever since that uh, that video came out. I don't find myself drafting it. Yeah, and he goes here to Luke at the three. What is that? The 308. Um, I don't find myself drafting a lot of Ridley because I'd rather just take Kirk later. Kirk goes here to Mark at the 510. So yeah, it looks like the 510 that he goes there. So if I just try to get a piece of him there, so you know, I mean, I don't think it's crazy. He looks good in a good offense that we're projecting to make some definite strides moving forward. But like you said, he has been out of the sport for 2 years, and basically left because of mental health issues and things like that. So you just got to make sure if he is back in it now. We've seen the physical side of it. Doesn't look like he's lost a step or anything. He's not that old. Um, he's basically in his prime. But again, being away from the game, we all saw it with Deshaun Watson last year. Being away from the game, definitely takes time to get back to that elite level. So we'll see, how he does. I liked him more when you're getting him, getting him in the fourth or fifth, but third, I think is where if you want to get him, that's where you got to take him. So, um, I mean, he pretty much went, in that spot, in that teardrop between Metcalf, Debo, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, D Hop, McLaurin. He's kind of right in there. So I think that's, I'd say he's at the top of that tier. But again, just me personally, I'd rather go get Kirk later. Anyway, let's see. So yeah, where else were we at? Got the draft almost finished here in the 11th. Gonna start heading into the 12th round. Let's see. What other news do we got out here? You guys all probably know Miles Sanders did tweak his groin at practice yesterday. Won't play this Saturday against the Jets. You had Marlon Mack suffer a season-ending torn Achilles in his first practice after getting signed with the Cardinals. So that was pretty devastating there. So I wish him a speedy recovery. I mentioned it earlier, George Kittle dealing with that adductor strain, so he's going to be out about a week or so. You had Stephon Diggs limp off the field today. He was talking to trainers, but seemed like he was okay and went back to practice and didn't seem to be bothered too by much, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Shane Steichen said after practice yesterday that Anthony Richardson will be starting Sunday against the Bills, so definitely excited to see that. Also mentioned that he expects Jonathan Taylor to be back at training camp next week for whatever that that's worth. From what I understand, he's still on the PUP for that ankle injury. Obviously, we know the contract situation there. So we'll see if he ends up in the building. If you're drafting right now, it's hard to take him. Obviously, the upside with it, but to me, there's sure picks in that round to where if you kind of miss out on that, I don't think you're going to be losing too much unless he falls into like the third or fourth. But I don't think I would really take him in the second. So where did he end up going here? Yeah, he goes 210 here to the McCaffrey Taylor team. So I don't know. I'd rather go elsewhere. Let's see. Maybe part of the reason why Broncos weren't looking so good. Right tackle Mike McGlinchey suffered a knee sprain in practice on Wednesday. Basically was rolled up on, and he's expected to be out a few weeks. So we'll see what happens there. And yeah, I guess my camera's just not going to want to work tonight. That's all right. What else we got here? Rashad Bateman, speaking of the guy, a couple picks ago, he was activated off the PUP list. Made his training camp debut this Wednesday. So excited to see what Bateman can do. Maybe they'll get him here in the preseason. and we might be able to get a look at him. So we'll see what happens. So other than that, let's see. I'm gonna kind of take a look at some of the teams here. Maybe point out one that I kind of like here so far. Just kind of looking more at builds than players. You got RJ here in the 104 going with a basic hero RB build. Eckler, Olave, Smith, Judy, Burrow, Demont, JSN, QJ gets P. Ryan, RB3, Mitchell, then gets Njoku and Roshan Johnson. I really like really like this team. I really like that team. So RJ, you're probably going to make my top 6 for sure. It'll just depend on these other guys to see what else we got. I'm just a sucker for a hero RB build. Who else we got here? You got Swanky here, kind of going hero RB. Grabs Barkley and gets Pierce in the 5th with Lamb, Metcalf, TJ Hawkinson. I'm not a big Hollywood Brown fan, but I understand the potential upside there, just being the one who's going to get most of the targets. Gets Trevor Lawrence, Traylon Burks, gets Bateman, who we're talking about, Harris, Zay Jones, Singletary I like. So just really the Brown and Zay Jones picks are the ones I'm not too fond of. But other than that, I kind of like that build there. Who else we got? T.Y. Smooth, Nick Chubb, A.J. Brown, Brees Hall, Amari Cooper, Rashad White, Deontay Johnson as his wide receiver 3, Sky Moore, wide receiver 4, Gabe Davis, grabs Deshaun, Jalen Warren, Romeo Dobbs. He looked good today. And then Gerald Everett, one of my favorite guys. Might have been a little early for Everett, but I do like that pick. So not bad. Again, not real big on the Brees Hall, but the Rashad White pick kind of saves it there. Who else we got that we haven't really talked about yet? We talked about Jessel. We talked about RJ. So let's get back to Austin Eckler's team here. He goes with the double hero RB. McCaffrey Taylor grabs his elite quarterback and Josh Allen in the 3rd. His wide receiver room, which we know in this type of build is going to be a little lacking, but ends up getting DJ Moore, Brandon Ayuk, and Michael Pittman. I think you have like a mid wide receiver 2 there at best for all 3 positions, and probably like a wide receiver 3-4 with Pittman, depending on how AR ends up doing. I kind of like his outlook a little more with Gardner Minshew. But that's just me. Darren Waller, I think, will get nice targets there. 7th round, that's good value. I do like the B-Rod pick here. Ron Kalla, I'm sure you were just waiting for me to say that. He does get Kadarius Toney here as his wide receiver 4, which I don't like too much because that's kind of who would be trying to flex. Then he gets Jameson Williams, who not going to be obviously suspended for the first 6 weeks, so you can't really use him there. And then Marvin Mims, not quite sure what his role will be. I'm excited to see if he gets some run tonight. Maybe I'm missing something there, but definitely want to check that out. And then Kenny Gainwell. I've been getting a lot of buzz here in practice, taking the 1st and 2nd down reps. So I don't know if I'm buying into that. I think it's still going to be basically Swift and Penny over there instead of Gainwell here. So not bad. Double hero RB. Kind of lose me here in the 9, 10, 11. I don't mind the people there specifically, but it just kind of faded a little bit there after that B-Rob pick. But we'll see how you round it out here. Let's check out the 1 spot here. JWN goes Jefferson, then grabs, basically kind of goes hero wide receiver, grabs 3 running backs right after that. Stevenson, Najee, Sanders, gets Watson and Evans here in the 6th. So still not a bad wide receiver room. Question marks with it, but definite potential upside with 3 solid running backs that he could flex through here in half PPR. Grabs one of the higher level tight ends here in Goddard. Gets Juju, who should see good targets there in that offense. We'll just see the quality and official quantity that he gets there. Gets Zach Charbonnet here as his RB4 in the 9th. Tyler Boyd in the 10th. Dak Prescott here in the 11th. Chase Brown in the 12th, and then John Mechie, who I like here in the 13th. So not a bad team. Have to kind of really compare that to some of the others here, but definitely something that I feel like I would feel comfortable with, heading into the season with. So most likely probably going to make my top 6, but we'll see exactly where you fit in there, JWN. So again, appreciate you for coming out. What do we got here in the chat? Your camera's fine. Why does it keep saying that? No, the camera's it's frozen, but at least I'm not making a weird face. So that's that's it is what it is. There we go. I knew you were gonna say something there. B Rob. So there we go. You have not said dead zone running back. It feels really weird, and he doesn't like it. So, it's because there is no really running back dead zone this year. Right now, it's a wide receiver dead zone. So I think I've said that 3 or 4 times. Usually 3 or 4 times a show. So it's just adjusted. It's an adjusted phrase now. But there you go. And yeah, Dak falling all the way down here to the 11th. I remember when I had him as like my QB1 overall, and then he dacked his ankle, so that was pretty tough. So we're finishing up here. We'll see who Mr. Irrelevant is. You get some running backs here. I think I was going to go through Josiah's team here. He gets Jamar Chase, Mark Andrews. We are kind of talking about that earlier. Mahomes, Ken Walker. Kind of goes with that rainbow build, as we call it. You kind of get the one at each position, then kind of fill out from there. Not usually a fan of that type of build, but we'll see how it kind of turns out here. So Chase, London, Addison as his 3 wide receivers. Ken Walker, Javonte Williams. Again, I mean, I see the upside pick on it. Gets Dylan Herbert, who I don't mind, of course, and then takes a lotto ticket here with Elliott late. Just not sure exactly what he has left, or definitely going to need an injury there. Nico Collins, I like. Greg Dulcich is if you went Mark Andrews so early, no need to take a second tight end later. You definitely need to take some, upshot type players, maybe like a Jalen Reed, Jefferson, Justin Ross, some of these type guys, versus a second tight end and a 1 QB. There'll be plenty to stream that are at that level, unless Dolchich is going crazy right now. So we'll see. Martin saying not bad, fellas. Yeah, so I think you guys had a good mock here. Definitely some builds I like. Who else did I think I covered everybody's team. I don't think I went through actually Mark's team here. So he goes Steph Diggs, Tony Pollard, ETN, Keenan Allen, Kirk. So like those running backs, like that wide receiver group, like James Conner as an RB3, potential flex there. George Pickens, not bad. Gibson, I like it. Alan Lazard, you kind of lose me a little bit there, but you get the stack with Rodgers, so I understand the thought process behind that. So well done. Grabs the 2 rookie tight ends, assuming one of them will pop, or maybe none. But either way, you'll be streaming, just like everybody else that doesn't have Kelsey. So he gets Kincaid and Laporta here, and I like the double stack with Laporta Golf and that Lazard Rodgers. So definitely see the build behind that, and just grabs a handcuff running back here and Gus Edwards. The only thing that would have probably topped this off as a top type build for me would have been like a Justin Ross type pick there at the end, just to really put some cherry on top. So not bad. Probably going to be my top 6. We'll see exactly where it goes. But not a bad build there, Mark. So you guys did a good job, man. A lot of good builds in here. Again, these are the best of the best. Tony Pollard, huh? There's Ron's a Philly fan, so he's not going to say anything good about Cowboys. So yeah, man. So like I said, the 4 of us are gonna go grade this thing, man. I wish the camera was working right now, but is what it is. I won't go to full screen, or we'll go full screen with the draft board here, so you guys can take a look at that. But yeah, so we're gonna actually we'll take the weekend, we'll grade this. We're gonna come back on Monday. Hopefully Frank will be here to join me on Monday. We'll announce the top 6. We kind of just do it in inverse order. We'll start from team 6 and work it all the way up to the top 3. Make that announcement on Friday, And those top 3 from this draft will get invited to the September 1st finale. So again, appreciate you guys all coming out here tonight for this mock. If you want to get in one of these so that you can have a chance to make it here to the semifinal round, make sure you guys get in the description. Make sure you guys go join a mock, man. The draft lobbies are open for next week. I believe Monday's full, but there's still spots in the others. I think the 13 total spots over 3 different mocks. So it's definitely filling, and we'll probably fill by Monday or Tuesday, or definitely have to be Tuesday. But again, we've always had 3 or 4 alternates every night that are waiting to get in. And we also have people that have to end up dropping out. So life happens, man. Again, we just want to make sure we're here having fun with these mock drafts and bring an extra little twist to it. So I hope you can join us, man. Again, get in that description, get in the lobby. And if you're having any problems with all that, because of the sleeper update, just hit me up. Let me know what day you want, and I'll send you a direct link. So at Rastafarin on Twitter or at Rastafarin on Sleeper. Again, it's all in the description. So again, appreciate you guys for coming out tonight. I don't have much else for you except for want to mention our big thanks to our other sponsor, TrophySmack.com. So if you guys are interested in getting yourself one of the Kirk Cousins chains, maybe one of the trophies, of course, our favorite, the belt. The rings are very nice as well, very affordable for your leagues. You're talking like an extra $7-8, and you can get one of these for the winner. So get those plans in there now, man, before you guys start collecting those buy-ins. Get a little extra, man. Go on to TrophySmack.com, check them out. Use that promo code Get Right when you check out, and that'll help support the channel here, man. So we appreciate it. Have a lot of fun when you get doing that. Also, of course, want to thank our affiliate channels here. We got Tim and AJ with the Fantasy Frontline podcast. We got Cody Magotes and Shirtless Pat and the fellas there with the Checkdown podcast. And you got the one, the only, the Dim Boys, Mr. Adam J, with the Dead Zone Fantasy Show coming to Get Right Fantasy Network here soon. So everyone should be starting up here. Fantasy season and the regular NFL season is here upon us. There we go. Saying good, finally catch a show. Hopefully things slow down a bit so he can be around more. Great show, Anthony. So probably not my best work, but I do appreciate it. It is tough running this whole thing yourself when you got camera issues and things like that. But I love just coming out here, man, talking football with you guys. You guys are great. Love the support. If you're watching right now on Twitter or something like that, make sure you come over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button for us, man. If you're already subscribed, hit that like button for us. It helps just as much as a subscribe. We're trying to hit that 1,000 mark. I believe we were at we needed 55 more, man. So again, Dim Boys has been with us here since literally almost barely double digits. So again, we can't thank you guys enough for the support over these last couple years heading into year 3. It is what it is, man. So Classic saying a good show, holding it down. He'll be back next week with a very special guest. So make sure you guys tune into that. It should be a lot of fun. So tell your friends, come out here and we'll see. So he's saying I wasn't very animated. Yeah, because my camera's been stuck the whole time. We'll go to full screen and you'll see it's just stuck there right now. So at least it's like that. And you guys got to see that instead of some like weird other channel. With that said, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Especially with this camera not working. I normally maybe stick around a little bit, maybe do a best ball, draft or something like that myself here on Underdog. Maybe I'll do that offline. But for myself, man, for Frank, for Classic Mike, for Dustin, man, all of us here at Get Right, again, we appreciate the support. Make sure you guys come out with this mock draft tourney. Also, remember, we're going to be doing that drawing for the Listener League next week. On the 18th. So if you've earned entries, we will be doing that drawing. So make sure you tune in. It's going to be a very, very special episode and a great episode for us, man. So we hope you guys all come out and support it. Try to get into the Listener League. If you don't make the Listener League, you can get into the Got Left Out League that Jeezy will be doing and holding it down. So again, we got a lot more to come from you guys. So again, for all of us here at Get Right, man, we thank you. And with that said, we'll get out of here and we'll see you here on Monday. Enjoy your weekends. Be safe. And we're out.
Wanted to white fantasy is the play. Marking nothing, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go